Hello everyone and welcome to Airships Conquer the Skies and my continuing coverage of the Cataclystic expansion mod. Starting things off, we're going to jump straight into showing off some of the designs that I came up with. As I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I was going to be going through and creating some designs and then kind of showcasing them off here. So first off, we're going to open up the Catalyst. I've also named all these, as you see, CE, Catalytic Expansion. I'm keeping that all so I can keep them nice and organized. This is the Home Guard Mark 1. So the main thing is it's got a couple rifles. It actually has a piercing rifle and a tracing rifle, which are two weapons from the mod. I don't really know what they're. I mean, you can see here what their stats are and everything, so it's kind of interesting. I kept the tracing rifle on here because it increases accuracy. I might actually be using the tracing rifle quite a bit, basically just tacking on other ships to help increase accuracy. And then, of course, we just have a standard cannon. A couple of ammo stores, some... actually, I believe that, yeah, that's the quarters, and where is the pilot? Cockpit right there. And then we have the trade stores. This is the big thing. So the trade stores generates $18 $18 basically. So the idea behind this, and as you can see, these actually have a -2 maintenance cost. So the idea behind these is that the Home Guard ships, we can actually make I mean, they're fairly expensive, but once we start making them, they actually gain us money. They actually basically not only do they pay for themselves to where we don't have maintenance costs for these, they actually are able to generate enough that we are actually going to, from my understanding, the -2 means we will actually be gaining $2 every time we generate money for every ship we have. So I'm basically, again, so these are Home Guard. The idea behind this is that we're not going to use these offensively. We're going to use these as defensive ships entirely and basically just build a fairly sizable defensive fleet out of these since they actually have no maintenance cost. Next up, we have the Gunship Mark 1. This is, so I just want to say real quick, this is basically a slightly upscaled version of the Aussies. I actually kind of noticed that after the fact. I didn't really think about it as I was making it, but the Mark 1 has the Octo rifle and then just 2 regular rifles. Actually, let's see. We're actually going to take that off. We're actually going to add on a tracing rifle. Let's see, rifle tracing. I'm going to add on a tracing rifle there. So we're going to go ahead and save design. So yeah, we're actually going to use a tracing rifle right here. That'll actually increase accuracy. So yeah, this is basically just, once again, just that it is what it is. It's just rifles, Octo rifle. I haven't seen these in action yet. Then we have a Gunship Mark II, which is cannons and the Trigun. So that's pretty much that for that. And then the only other one I've made so far of the airships is the Starfish Mark 1, which it's basically the exact same thing. I just added on the decoupler modules there. I'm not actually going to show this because anyone who's familiar with the mod will already know what's wrong with this, and I'm sure people are going to laugh at me. I actually did test this. I'm going to be making a separate video showcasing this and actually doing a redesign that works, but there's a major flaw here that, again, anyone who's familiar with the mod will probably be able to spot it right away. So that's pretty, yeah. Anyway, like I said, we're going to be doing a video showcasing that later. Next up, let's hop into the buildings. We're going to open up buildings. First off, we have our commerce building. I went ahead and just made this very basic. Actually has a negative maintenance cost, and yeah, pretty cool. I actually was able to get it to where it actually doesn't cost money either. So I don't know how that works, but it doesn't cost money thanks to the trash there. So that's actually really nice. And then we've got our gun line, which I actually already showed last episode. Very simple. And let's see what's up next is we have the trench. So yeah, here we go. We got a entrenched gunner, and then we have a couple of trench cannons, and this is pretty much it. We use the trench networks to connect these over. Yeah, well, I'm curious to see how this does in terms of being a defensive structure, but we're gonna basically utilize it. For the most part, most buildings tend to be kind of towers or like houses, but I'm actually liking the idea of maybe having like some low running trenches or something. But we'll see how it is. Next up, we have land ships, which we will be showing off now. We have the Rifleman Mark 1, which I don't know how good this is going to be, but we basically have the Octo rifle, a rifle, and a rifle flipped. Actually, again, we are going to... now we'll use a regular rifle. I don't really care about accuracy. Well, no, we will switch this. We will switch that to a tracing rifle. real quick. Where is the rifle? Piercing rifle, rifle tracing. There we go. I'll just do that real quick and go ahead and save the design. Override, of course, and then we're going to be opening up the Rifleman Mark II, which is this little thing here. Basically a slightly larger version. Doesn't actually have any added weapons, but it's basically just a little bit bigger. So yeah, there we go. Went ahead and put a tracing rifle on there, and we're going to again save and overwrite that. So that's all we've got for land ships. I've just made a couple of walkers. I don't know if I'll actually use these. I had the idea when I was making the gunship Mark 1 with the Octo rifle. I originally was going to call it a rifleman, but then that made me think, oh, wait. Like, I shouldn't call an airship a rifleman. I should call a walker a rifleman, partly Battletech and all that stuff. So I thought, okay, well, let's make some walkers and call them riflemen. So I just wanted to have the rifles on there. Either way, that's all we have for the ship designs. I will go ahead and mention briefly before we jump into the actual, get back into the conquest. The maker of the mod also posted several comments that were very, very helpful and are really awesome. He posted comments on the previous 2 episodes the previous 2 parts of us covering his mod. So you can go check out his comments. They were very helpful. Fair warning, they do have some minor spoilers in there. He actually did provide spoiler warnings himself, but to me, I don't really mind that. Like, I know some people will want to kind of experience the mod entirely without any spoilers, just kind of learning everything as they go. And for the most part, that's what I'm going to be doing. But again, it was really helpful. Again, I cannot stress how awesome his comments were. Very, very helpful, giving me idea of how some of the stuff works. So I really am very appreciative of that. In addition, as you saw there, so those are all the ships I've designed so far. I'm going to be continuing designing more ships, probably in between episodes. But those are the ones I've come up with so far. And again, none of them are super special. All I've really used so far are some of the special weapons. I haven't really gotten into any of the more interesting components. But again, I'm kind of like taking my time getting into things, so that's probably how it'll be. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump in, and I will load this up in just a second. And we are back. So first off, a quick refresher, we have a Pale Mare, and then we have a bunch of our small ships, as well as an Achilles Mark II, which they're all fully repaired. Next up, we're going to look at our buildings, and we are going to build some defenses. So this is a low flying ship. This is a really interesting looking ship. It has a sail and what is that? I can't remember. That's a suspendium chamber of some sort. I think it's a pressurized suspendium chamber. Either way, we are going to build a building, and we're going to do a commerce building Mark 1. So this is actually very interesting because this is going to allow us. It actually gave us money. That is awesome. I love that mechanic. That's a really cool and interesting mechanic. Yeah, it looks like the Empire in the North is actually getting fairly sizable and is going to be a serious threat. Yeah, fire caused with funding destroyed the corresponding. Stupid. I hate you so much, you stupid AI. Stop messing with me. Build a building. I mean, I guess on the plus side, we can just literally keep doing these to generate money. Every time we do them, we actually make money. So we're actually going to that increases our that is awesome. Actually being able to just it's a little bit broken perhaps because here we go. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just keep making these. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of these because that gives us like 100 thing right off the bat. They build really quickly, gets our income that we're generating up even higher. Wow, that is awesome. We're actually gonna build an airship. Build ship, and we're actually going to go our home guard. We're actually going to start making some home guards. It's going to take a little while to construct, but we actually want to. I'm actually going to be doing this because I actually want to have some defensive buildings, because our commerce buildings are really good, and they are providing us with, I believe, I can't remember, but they're actually providing us with quite a bit. Like, we started out with 3, and now at this point we're up to 60, so we're getting 62. So that means math 31. We're getting 31 income from each building we make, and the home guard should only increase it very slightly. Should bump us up to just increases it by 2. But they have the added benefit of actually being able to fight, like because our commerce buildings have nothing to them. They're just purely commerce. They don't actually have any weapons. They can't defend themselves. So fire costs with foreign commerce. trap. I destroyed the. You need to strengthen your empire security policy. Okay, so we're gonna empire details, and we're gonna do bump up to medium. So that does increase our. Unfortunately, because that also means we are out of. Yeah, we no longer have any buildings with this dumb, which is very annoying. Ah, come on, that's not gonna get built in time. Well, let's see if we can withstand this fleet. Hopefully, it's not too big. Wow, that empire in the north just combined into a massive one. Oh, wow. Those are some big ships. But they do have suspendium chambers, which means they will be fairly vulnerable. We're going to move this one back to there. Move this one back a bit. Home Guard we're going to keep back because we don't want them taking a ton of damage. And then, yeah, let's just go ahead and... Let's first pause immediately. We're going to flip around. You guys go there. You guys target there. And you will target that one. I actually did. Oh, wow, we actually won. That was going to be it. I thought we were going to lose that. Let's see. Do we have any repairs to do? Well, we can repair that. And we need to repair. Our Home Guard actually made it through perfectly fine. That's the main one I'm curious about. And we are also producing a lot more money. Got another Home Guarding underway. That's going to be a problem. Looks like they're probably going to attack us with that army. Yes, they are. So... defenses. Let's go ahead and repair that. Shouldn't take too long just to get it repaired. Or, you know what? It probably will, which means we're going to try and attack. Perfect. Baited them into retreating. That's good. All right. Well, that was exciting. Man, we are falling way behind. We barely have anything. We have one city, and look at all these other places. I guess there's one city down there, but... Oh, no, you don't. We're going to attack you again. Because, again, until we get our stuff built back up. And let's see. Let's build a ship. What's a ship we can get? Let's go ahead and start producing some gunships. Let's get some gunships going. Yeah, my goal here is to primarily... Like, I know I did build the Achilles, but my goal here is to primarily focus on... actually using only ships that are from the mod or like part of the mod. So again, basic idea being like I want to use ships that are specifically designed using stuff from the mod. So even if it's simply like just the octo rifle or something like the gunship, I want to actually try and utilize that stuff, so I don't just use my old designs. Because again, I know my old designs, some of my old designs are perfectly effective in the are more than effective in building. We're gonna go ahead and do more commerce. I know that some of our buildings are perfect, or a bunch of our ships are more than capable. Yeah, you stay back. You're playing chicken over here. Build building. Let's go with a gun. Let's go with a trench, actually. Looks like a pretty good spot for that. Get that built. Okay, slow down to there, invade there. Yeah, that's right. You back out. We're gonna. Okay, our trench is constructed. Let's go ahead and get another commerce building built. Try and get this done. Right there, get us a little bit more money. As soon as that fleet gets there. Okay, I was expecting them to actually attack. So let's go ahead and build the ship, and let's see. Yeah, all of our. This is actually all of our stuff. I guess we're just gonna go ahead and build we'll build another Mark 1 for the time being. But yeah, so that was an interesting. I really honestly thought we were gonna lose that battle there. I did not think we could win that. Okay, so as long as we can keep forcing them to retreat because they don't want to lose that place, that's fine by me. A lot of actions going down here on the bottom. We are gonna have our work cut out for us because we're gonna be facing off against, let's see, the empire in the north, kind of the central empire, which is this well, I guess this empire right here. These two are the weakest. This one doesn't count because it's only one city. So we have the southern empire, which has 5 locations. This one has 6, and then this one has 3. So again, we've got our work cut out for us. We're gonna probably go for this place first because it's they can only attack it by air, so they can't have land ships. And it looks like they have a decent number of land ships based off of what I saw when they were before they combined up into one place. In fact, we're actually gonna send a spy here. I want to see what they got. I'm curious to see. No, you guys stay there. View city. Okay, so they got this thing right here, which that looks, huh. So they got a couple big tanks. They also have quite a bit of commerce. Oh wow, they have a lot of big tanks. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. We are not gonna. We could not fight that fleet. That force is much too big. Okay, that's actually good. They actually broke them out. That's actually pretty nice. Pirate King. Massive towering structure resides here. Made from many captured and recycled vessels, such as ruled by a pirate captain who declared themselves a king. This buzzing hive of scum and villainy causes the country they are located in a lot of problems, and the power needed to keep it stable causes a great strain on its inhabitants that are not allied to the pirate lord. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. That's kind of the mod creator said that's sort of like some in-game content, like end-game, basically meaning like it's really hard to capture. So maybe you don't want to capture this place first because that's located there. What do we want to do next? Well, you know what? I think I need to design. We have quite a bit of money. I think I need to design some slightly bigger ships. So I think it's going to be time for some more designing, but I will do that out in between episodes. So without further ado, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check back for more. And as always, thanks for watching. No, till next time. As always, till next time. Man, you think I would know that? You think I would know that?